Welcome to the AusComX live show. Oh, we got a bit of feedback there. For the AusComX Presents and Presents NOIR Anthology Comics Kickstarter. That was a bit of a mouthful. So we've got five of the artists of the 8. We've got Ed Kearsley, we've got Dave Dye, we've got Isaac George, Rob Lyle, and Peter Wilson. We've missing at work or so forth. We've got Lee Chalker, Tony Menzie, and my brain has gone to Duncan Prenovicius. So, guys, I guess what I might do is we've got a video made for us, so I'll just run through that quickly, and then we can chat about the Kickstarter itself.
Who made those videos, mate?
Enter a world of intrigue, drama, and explosive action. A world of heroes, villains, turtles, and extraterrestrials. ComX Studios Presents #1 is a brand new anthology series which features original stories told by some of Australia's most thrilling indie comic creators. Our first issue is packed full of mystery, drama, and fun. It features 4 new stories, each with their own unique artistic and narrative style. In this special Kickstarter release, we're offering the ComX Presents full-colour anthology, as well as an upcoming Presents Noir black and white anthology. The anthologies will feature a total of 8 unique stories told in their own comic styles and voices.
Huge shout out to Morgan Quaid for that one. That's who it was, Dave Dye.
Yeah, very good.
How awesome.
He did a great job. Yeah, he did a great job. That was a very nice surprise in my inbox.
Yeah, just looking at the what was on display there, I tell you, you blokes have really pulled out all stops to come up with some brilliant artwork. Yeah.
Definitely. You guys have done an
fantastic.
awesome job.
Thanks, boss.
I can safely say it's the best thing I've done so far.
Oh, wow. That's awesome, Peter.
Yeah,
All right, so,
looks really good, mate, looks really good. Yeah.
Cheers.
It is. So with the guys who are here, we might just quickly go through your stories, just a little bit of a brief description. I'll go by the order you're on the screen. So, Ed, you're first up. Tell us a little about what inspired you.
Well, my story is called Final Dragon, and it's like a mashup of 80s beat 'em up video games like Double Dragon and like 80s karate movies like Bloodsport and stuff like that. So it's an action story with lots of karate. And so it's based on Double Dragon. Kind of like the idea at the end of Double Dragon where the 2 brothers have to fight if you're playing 2 players. So like use that as the jumping off point and then seeing what happens after that, after the 2 guys have had a punch on.
Nice. And there's the picture for it. I'll just bring that up. Sorry, I was just searching through all the different places. It's Final Dragon. Thank you very much, Ed. So, Dave, you're next up on the thing there. So yours is Impulse. I'll just bring that up while you chat as well.
Rightio. Yeah, well, it's the story of the kid, young street fella that's knocking around the streets, at a bit of a loss, not making much of an impact on society at this stage. And then he suddenly gets an impulse and the impulse leads him to from one step to another to disaster. So the story is I got the idea from the fact that we had to do a noir story, which was and it's sort of mostly told through this young fellow's thoughts, as he sees what he likes, and we get an idea as to the turmoil that goes on in his brain as he goes through this short period of his life.
Different situations. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave. Yeah, it's a cool little story. I've had the fortunate pleasure of getting to read it myself. So, Zach, yours would be Vivian Jones. And let's see if I can find a picture. And I am surprisingly shaky.
You're getting the hang of it.
Vivian Jones is a mix of detective and my love of the occult and stuff. So it continues the Celtic kind of stuff from Bronwyn a little bit. And in this world, everyone's a giraffe-headed person. So it's just not a one-off giraffe character. And he's hunting, in this set of stories, he's hunting down a witch from his past.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, I guess we'll go to you, Rob.
Zach,
so, Rob, your story.
Sorry, you go. No, you go. Sorry.
No, I got to find you a picture first.
No, I just like that Zach said he comes from a race of turtle people. He's not from giraffe people. He's not just a one-off giraffe person. Meanwhile, I
asked it last night if he's just a one-off in the giraffe. No, they're all giraffes.
And yours is Frederick, the one-off turtle.
Yeah, straight out of 1850s London comes Frederick Trelawney, the turtle detective, Scotland Yard's leading turtle detective. My story has Frederick Trelawney chasing down two things. Demons have let loose on the world and are hiding inside people, using them as flesh puppets. Meanwhile, Jack the Ripper is out there causing all kinds of rippery goodness.
Nice.
And Frederick Trelawney is charged with bringing not only this would-be demon apocalypse down, but also Jack the Ripper. Do these two have anything to do with each other? Possibly, yes. It ties into the Devil's Toilet universe. You don't have to have read the Devil's Toilet, but there will be some Easter eggs for those that have. And yeah, part one sets Fred on the hunt for what is the last demon of his demon hunting quest, and has him face to face with Jack the Ripper. And then something big happens on the last page that throws all of that to the side, and a new mission arises.
Oh, nice.
Did I cut out, or just you guys?
No. You kept your voice kept going, but your picture froze.
Oh, okay.
So all good. Yeah. So we still got to hear everything you had to say.
Yeah, wicked.
Cool.
Nap time, Rob. Come on, nap time.
I was drawing till 1:30 a.m. last night, so
I'm a zombie. 6.
You machine.
Till 6. Oh, golly.
Deadlines.
Cool. Quickly on to Peter's, so we can get the stories done. So yours is Foes. I'll bring up an image.
Hey. So Foes is the story of a demon and an alien. Both arrogant, petty, evil, vicious beings. But they're not really a threat because they're so hung up on hurting each other. Issue 1 tells the story of them trying to take over the world and then swiftly fighting each other over a donut.
Nice. I love it. It's a cool, very cool story too. So yeah. So that's everyone's stories out of the way. So yeah, I can't wait to get these out so everyone can read them. I didn't really plan this out, so let's just go with the flow. So we've got 4 backers so far, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
Oh, awesome.
So,
thank you to my
Well,
mum
no,
and
you
my
just
dad
started
and
at
my
5 o'clock.
sister and my brother. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so we are live.
So we've the Kickstarter itself is live. I actually didn't make the mistake of waiting till we were live on here to make it live. I've seen 2 other people do that, and the Kickstarter crashed while the video was going. So I decided against that.
Right. So it started half an hour ago or what?
About 20 minutes or so. Just before we started this, I made sure it was running before I started the video. I didn't want people jumping on because what the other Kickstarter had, they jumped on and it wouldn't let them pledge. It would come up, but if they press the pledge button, it would just do a cycle through to the first page again. So, and I've seen 2 Kickstarters do that. So I thought I'd do it a bit earlier this time.
You don't
just to check it's working.
Awesome.
So yes, so we're on our way to the 2,100 first goal. I guess what we can talk about is the actual rewards. So I will go and get them in front of me so I can remember what they are. So our first pledge level is $9, and that's a choice. Hang on, that's not right. Yeah, I scrolled too far. Our first pledge level was $5, sorry, and that's for a choice of PDF, either the Presents or the Presents NOIR. So that's just one of the PDFs.
Pretty
for
good
those.
price.
This is especially good for those in, say, like overseas, because postage is not very friendly to anyone not in Australia.
Yeah.
And if you that's for if you just want one. There is the $10 pledge where you get both PDFs. That would be the one I'd recommend for people who can't afford to do the postage from Australia.
Yeah, because it's 2 comics. It's not just 1 comic; it's 2 comics.
Yeah, it's 2 comics. This Kickstarter is 2 comics. Thanks for reminding me, Dave. The thing that's special about this particular Kickstarter is the fact that we've got the color comic, which is Presents, which is coming out in August at the end of this Kickstarter. If you support the Kickstarter and pledge on the NOIR, you will get it a month earlier than before it goes to the shops. So that's only a Kickstarter benefit. So so you can only get that through the Kickstarter. If you want to purchase it after the Kickstarter, you'll need to wait a month to get the NOIR. And we're pretty much, the story will be ready by then. Everything will be drawn, everything will be done. So they'll be printing in the first week of August.
Yeah, good. That's great.
So the first physical pledge level is $9 for the NOIR. You get to choose one of the 4 covers, and let's see if I prepared an image for that at all. I don't think I did. No, I did not. Let me quickly load a picture. Live TV, gotta love it. And where is it? There it is. So we've got 4 covers for the NOIR, and we've got 4 covers for variant covers, I should say, for the Presents color. This is the 4 for the NOIR.
Nice.
Jinx.
Yeah.
So what we've done is the 4 main characters from each story. So sorry, the main character from each story. So there's 4 stories, 4 characters. Each artist has interpreted each character in the cover themselves. So all 4 stories are presented in the cover. So on the left there, we have Lee Chalkers. I just noticed, Rob. Then we got Dave Dye's interpretation. Then we got Duncan Prenavicius, and then we've got Tony Menzies. Sorry, I just need a drink. And so you get to choose from one of them with the $9 pledge. There are higher pledges where you can get all the covers. There you go, Rob. Now we can see you again.
Yeah.
So that's
that cover by
Sorry,
Duncan,
you're going to say?
really, that Duncan's cover looks really nice. It's a really done a really good job on that, didn't he? I haven't seen that before.
Yes.
I've seen the others, but I hadn't seen Duncan's, and it looks really smashing.
Yeah, killed
Yeah, some of these I've only shared recently, so that's probably why I haven't seen it. So, so that's the $9 you get to choose.
Of course, Lee always does a great cover. Yeah, and
yeah.
And
I unfortunately don't have easy access to the covers to bring them up individually, unfortunately.
Yeah, and Tony's cover is spot on because he's just an all-round great artist.
Correct. I'd have to agree with that.
One of the reasons why this Kickstarter is such a big deal, not only are you supporting the 8 artists, creators, but also Shane and everyone that works for Shane, but then also this is part 1 in a hopefully 50 to 100 issue series of ComX Presents and Presents Noir. So this one needs to be a success for everyone who comes after us. So yeah, you're not only supporting us, you're supporting everybody else who's going to be issue 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on.
Yeah.
So pledge
right.
away,
Rob.
Pretty please.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Definitely couldn't have put it better myself. Definitely couldn't have. Thanks for that. We've got a mystery user.
Unexpected.
Thank you, user.
Thank you, user. And very good point, Rob. Very good point. This is the foundations to building a continuing series of the Presents and the Presents Noir, so that other artists, other creators, other writers can get their stories out there through ComX Studio, which is what it's all about, is getting the stories out there. These are all creator owned as well, so everyone knows. So I don't know what my point was then. But they're all creator owned.
Ownership of their work.
Yeah. So we're just helping them publish the material. The work is still the creators. So I think that's a very cool system that we came up with. So hopefully everyone else thinks that's a cool system.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Each creator's written and drawn their own comic, their own story.
In this particular case, each creator's drawn and written their own story. We have opened up future issues for teams to come on board.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. There's already been some teams formed, so I can't talk about that until it's all verified and so forth, and et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
And our mystery user is Dane Golter, which, as fate would have it, is actually one of our stretch goal artists.
Right.
He has drawn a print for us, which takes the 4 characters from the Presents stories, and he has drawn his interpretation of those 4, and that's a print for our first stretch goal, which is $3,000. So if we hit that, there is a bundle of prints that will be included with everyone who's done a physical pledge. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So our next pledge level, if I go into that,
Well,
someone else to say. Sorry?
No, I was saying,
Rob.
Who else have we got on those prints? Do you know? Oh, sorry. Do you know who else we have on those prints?
Yeah, we have Dane Golter. We've got Ryan Vella. I hope I got his name right.
Yeah,
I'm doing this off memory.
Nick May.
Oh, Nick May. That's it. Nick May. And there's someone else. No, it's escaped my brain. Sorry.
Wasn't Ben,
whoever I've forgotten.
Was there talk about Ben Sullivan doing it? Or?
I think Ben Sullivan said he was going to do one. Yes, true. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, Ben Sullivan, if you're watching, for forgetting your name.
I think it was Ben.
Thanks, Dave. Mental note. Next launch, write notes. Okay, so mental note. Write note to do mental notes.
Mental or right.
Cool. So our next pledge level in the Kickstarter would be the $12 pledge level, which is a copy of Presents, ComX Presents. This is the color version of the Presents, and you get to pick your cover. With these, all the physical pledges, they all get the matching PDF and a matching bookmark with the comic as well. So we're throwing that in there as well. So if you want to keep your comic pristine condition, you can read the PDF.
Yeah. And there's a disparity in the two prices you got there, Shane. The Noir is a bit cheaper than the Presents.
Yes. Noir is $9 because black and white is cheaper to print, and the Presents is $12 because color's a little bit more expensive to print.
Right.
But they're both 48-page books, just so there's no confusion. This is a smaller anthology. This is a 48-page anthology. So that's why they're not a lot cheaper.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty good for you getting 40-odd pages. What did you say? 48.
48. Yes, that's including the cover.
Pretty good for $9 or 10, $12. Yeah, great.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
Yeah, we've hunted around to keep the prices down. So yeah.
Very good.
So the next pledge up is the $20 pledge, which is where you get one of each comic. You get to pick which cover you get. So you get the Presents and the Presents Noir. You get the 2 PDFs. You get 2 matching bookmarks that match the cover that you have picked.
That's good.
And you also... Oh, hang on. Oh, yes. And that's where at that level is also... Sorry, I totally forgot. I've been dealing with so many other things. I didn't go through the details. With the... Where you get the 2 comics and above physical pledges, you also get a PDF pack where each artist or creator, I should say, from each story have donated a PDF to the campaign. And from $20 and up, from the pledge level of getting the 2 comics and up, you get this bundle, which is either previews or sketchbooks or actual comics from that they've released in the past, introducing you to their other stories that they've produced outside of Presents. So, So then we get the $30 bundle. That is where you get all 4 covers for Noir. And that also comes with that bundle of the 8 comics, the 8 PDFs, I should say, and a bookmark that matches each of them, and a PDF of the actual comic itself, in case you want to keep the 4 in.
How much was that one?
Condition.
Did you say? How much
30.
was that? Whoa!
$30 for all 4.
Yeah, that is a bargain.
Yeah.
For those people who love to collect variants, this is a good one for them.
Yeah,
because you get all 4 covers. For $40, you get all 4 covers of the Presents color edition. So that's all 4 covers there, and that also comes with the PDF pack and the 4 matching bookmarks.
Wicked.
So buying in bulk special. Woo!
Yeah.
Hey mate, you still got to make a bit of profit out of this, haven't you?
Oh yeah, well we're making enough money to be able to launch the next one. That's the goal.
Right.
And if we don't, well, I've learned a horrible lesson.
And the next tier, we just give it all away.
And then we've got a bundle above that, which is the $50, which is one of each comic. You get to choose the cover, but what you get is you get prints of all the other covers, as well as any stretch goals that have been unlocked. So that way you can. It's cheaper than the next bundle up, which is getting all the covers, which is $70. All the variants of the Presents and all the variants of Presents Noir is the $70 bundle. So that's for everyone who wants every single cover that we have available. And all the other goodies that come with that, of course, like the other 8 PDFs and the matching bookmarks for each one, and the 2 PDFs for the Noir and the Presents. Then we have our $100 bundle, which we're calling the Mega Bundle. This pretty much has what the others have. The last one had all 4 covers, all 8, sorry, 4 from each book. All the bookmarks, 8 badges reflecting the 8 covers, and of course the PDF pack and the 2 PDFs if you want to keep your comics in good condition. So that's our 100. But then the one that I'm really keen on seeing people bid on, because this is a special one. It's limited to 8. So this is the limited edition Mega Bundle. This is where you get a piece of art by one of the creators of one of the stories. So this will be fun for some of them who are used to drawing on digital. Because this will be a physical one-off piece of art that and the first people to bid get first choice of which artist they get to have draw for them. They'll be drawing a character from their story, and this is so this is a one-off. This is you won't get this drawing anywhere else. Only the person who bids on it gets to get the physical copy of this.
So if you pick me, it's super rare and it'll likely be super average.
Very rare since you do digital, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And there's a size on that. Is there, Shane?
Yeah, that'll be an A5.
A5, right?
Yeah, I'll. This will be on a ComX paper, a ComX Studio paper. We'll have a little logo on it, so we'll send that out to each of the artists. They'll draw their character and then send it directly to the pledger from themselves. So anyone who pledges on that level, they will get the art separate to the main bundle.
Still,
just to save on, so we don't have to charge so much for postage. That's all.
Yeah. And probably quicker too. Probably save
and quicker too, because if you send it to me and then I send it to them, then yeah. Cool. So that's all the main bundles. We've got some add-ons, which unfortunately I haven't had the time to add into Kickstarter. So once I get them, they'll be done by the end of the day. So I have to sort out some. Mostly is I'm just sorting out images, so that there's something to represent the add-on. So let me scroll down so I don't forget any.
Are they like the incentive things, are they? When you get to a certain amount of pledges, you get this bonus.
No, that's a stretch goal, Dave. That's a stretch goal.
Oh, stretch.
Right. I can go through the stretch goals. The first stretch goal are all these special prints where we've got artists from outside the group to interpret the characters that were created by the people in the group in the 2 comics anthologies. So it's 4. I really should have written this down. It's four. I think it's 4 artists doing prints.
Why would you write this down? You've written nothing else down.
Yeah, I've written nothing else down. But I do know that the $3,600 pledge is we're doing special 8-card set of the main characters, like trading cards for everyone who does a physical pledge.
Yeah,
they get when we hit that, and then when we hit 4,200, everyone will get a badge using Dane Galter's art to all physical pledges. And then if everyone's really nice and we get to 5,000, we'll be adding pages to the anthologies themselves. These will be like concept art, sketches, stuff like that. A page from each artist, so an extra 4 pages to the comic.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So the add-ons were actually
52-page comic.
It'll load up to a 52 for the same price. It doesn't change the price. It's just if we hit that target, we'll add those 4 pages.
Yep.
And okay, I've lost where I put this. Oh, there it is. I wrote this and I put it all in here, and I still don't know where everything is. Okay, so the add-ons that we plan to add today, there are shirt designs. I need to get those designs up so people know what they're picking from. That's t-shirts. And we've got, you can add on a copy of Presents Noir. Say you got the 4-pack of Presents and you also want a copy of Noir, you can add that on. If you got the 4-pack of Noir and you want to add on 1 Presents, you can get a copy of Presents as an add-on. You can get all 4 Presents. I'm not too sure if you want another copy of all 4 of them. You say you got all 4 Presents and you want another copy of all 4 Presents for a friend or something, you can pledge on that. Add that on, sorry, that's an add-on. Same with Noir, all 4 variants as a thing. You can also get all 8 variants as an add-on, and you can get the prints of all 8 covers as an add-on. Those are included in some of the pledge levels, but they're there as add-ons for people who, because I found with the calendar that we did before this, we actually had one person who got 8 extra calendars as part of their pledge. So I see now that people want to do that sort of thing. So I've added those add-ons there. Say you want 4 copies of each one, well, you can just whack on a whole bunch of add-ons and get however many copies you want.
Right.
So that just adds on to your pledge rather than needing 3 accounts to get 3 pledges. So that's what the add-ons are all about. I'm hoping to get the shirts sorted by the end of today so that people can see what they're picking from. So it's a little bit more makes sense to you to say, yes, I want that design in a shirt.
Yeah. You want to have an idea of what you're buying, naturally enough. Yeah.
You can pledge now. I'll put out an update when the shirts are ready to be looked at, and you can add the add-on after the fact. So don't hold back from pledging now. You can still pledge on the main thing that you want and add the add-on afterwards.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Will they basically be the page of each cover that you were putting up before?
There'll be the covers of the art on the shirts will be edited covers, edited versions of the covers. It'll be missing the logo and everything like that. It'll just be the art, just the nice raw art as a shirt. I believe we have 2 other artists who've done their interpretations who are willing to put theirs on shirts as well. So we might end up having 10 shirts all up to choose from. So
yeah. And have you decided what color the shirts will be? Will they all be black, or will they be white, or is that going to be a variation in that as well?
What I was looking at doing, and I think I'll still do this, is I was hoping to do purple because that's the company's color.
Okay. For
all the Presents artwork, but the supplier that I've found so far doesn't do purple shirts.
That's that gone.
So that's that gone. So I was thinking maybe a nice neutral color that seems to be most people like navy blue or blue. Navy blue seems to be pretty, and it goes with most of the art. I've got to put the art against it to see if I like it. And the Noir stuff is just against a grey shirt.
Yeah, grey would be good.
I thought Noir that would work it perfectly.
Yeah.
So
I think so.
Yeah. I will put up pictures with people wearing the shirt and superimposed over top of them so you can see what it's going to look like.
Yep.
Cool. So sorry, Nick.
Hey.
For forgetting your name.
G'day, Nick. Haven't met you yet.
Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, I'm trying to get Nick on a drink and draw, hopefully soon.
Right.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Cool. Well, if you need to go, Rob, don't
Yeah, how'd you know?
Just a guess.
My wife came in and said, "Hurry up." All right. Well, hey, before I go, as I said, please support Shane, support us, so that we can all support everyone. Making this thing go would be freaking awesome. Australia needs another comic publisher, and Shane is on the verge of something massive. So make this a success so that everyone can enjoy the success and be part of it. This is just like the little starting block, and let's make something huge. So yeah, before I sign off, please go do the clicking and click the thing and do some clicking and support all the clicks and just thank you very much, Shane. Awesome day. Congratulations, buddy. Let's make this thing freaking huge. All right, love you all.
Awesome. Thank you, Rob.
Thanks, Rob.
Thank you,
Well, buddy. Awesome. So, I guess, does anyone have any questions about the actual Kickstarter itself that you think others might have questions about that I can answer?
That's sort of what some of the things I've been saying is basically I knew the answer to some of those things, but I just thought I'd raise them so that people who are watching or will watch this later will.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I've pretty much been in the middle of it for the last couple of weeks, so it's hard for me to see what it looks like from outside. So if you've got anything that you think I should note, because Tony made a good point. I hadn't highlighted the fact that it was a 48-page anthology, which people might have assumed it might have been the regular 28, and then wondered why it was $12 or $9, depending which one you're looking at. But it's 48-page, 4 stories, 4 creators in each book, 8 creators all up. So I don't know what more I can say. We've gone through the pages, we've gone through the add-ons.
Most of the stories are serialized. Might be worth.
Right. That's a good point. Some of the stories are actual. Like some people are doing multiple stories, and each chapter in each book is just one chapter from their main story. That was really badly said. So what I'm trying to say is Ed, for example, is doing 3 chapters to his story. I believe it is. Is it 3? Yep. Zach has 12 chapters to his story. So over 12 issues of Presents, he will finish his Vivian Jones story. Peter Wilson has 3, if I remember correctly, 3 stories. So 3 chapters, I should say, to his story. While Dave, on the other hand, for example, is a one-off story. So Presents and Presents Noir has a mixture of stories that will be serialized and go through multiple issues, and some will just be one-off stories that you'll probably only see in Presents that don't continue anywhere else.
It's a bit like the 2000 AD model. They do similar with their stories.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. If that helps any viewers out there.
So Tony is a one-off story. His Killer Bee.
Right.
Duncan Prenavicius is, I don't know how many issues it is. I forget how many chapters, but it's more than one. I think it's either 3 or 4 chapters all up, off the top of my head. And I'm forgetting someone.
Lee,
that's right. Lee's is many. That's why I'm forgetting his. His is even more than Zach's from memory. I think it's like it was either 12 or 15 chapters. It was quite a few. It's a big story he's got to tell, and the beauty of Lee's story marathon is it actually ties in his, like Rob's, it ties into his story Battle for Bustle, which is his comic outside of ComX Studio, is with Reverie. And Marathon actually ties into it. You'll have to read Marathon to find out how it ties in, but there is a link. So that's pretty cool that he's done that. He's linked the 2 stories together. Just like Rob, his Frederick Cheloni was actually a character out of Devil's Toilet, which also is Reverie, coincidentally enough. And there's a link there as well. So that's pretty cool. So you don't need to have read those other comics, but there will be Easter eggs, like Rob said.
Very cool.
So each of those artists, like Lee, they've got an 8-page chapter in each subsequent issue of Presents.
Yep.
Over the next 12
or however many issues,
issues that you're putting out. So each one will be in 8-page chapters.
Correct. Yes, that's it. Exactly, Dave. Thanks. Yeah. All the details I'm forgetting to mention to everyone.
Yeah, well, that's but and then like we said earlier, there's complete stories in each one as well. So if you'll get complete stories there as well.
Yep.
But also on that note there, Sizzle, you were saying because you're got the people like myself and Tony Menzies who haven't got any stories in the next issue that you put out, that leaves there's a vacancy there for any artists and creators out there who want to get involved to send their work into you and get it in the next and subsequent issues in those slots that are vacant.
Yep, which you've just reminded me, that should probably, just so people know, this is, this, like Rob said, a starting block to get the entire ComX Studio up and launched. This is the first 2 issues, Presents and Presents NOIR. We have organized creators and creative teams for the next 4 issues of each. So this isn't just a one-off thing. We are organizing in advance, so this succeeding helps the next one succeed, which helps the next one succeed, and so on and so on. So it's really important that you do pledge for this so that the other comics do come to be to fruition. So we've got those people started. Some of them even started their next story, like Ed, I believe, is already on to his second book.
Yep.
I've had some art from Julian, which is one of our creators on the second NOIR book. Send me some art. And so things are moving along. So we need your support to make sure this continues to move along. But it's not just support for the sake of support. You're getting some awesome comics. I've read most of the stories. I haven't had a chance to read them all, and they are all awesome. I've skimmed the other ones. The art is amazing on all of them. I can say that much at least. The art is amazing on all of them. The stories are great. Either a good laugh or a good adventure or a good mystery, depending which one you're reading. It's a great mix of stories. It's awesome. And I'm loving that I'm a part of this. That it still blows my mind a little bit that I'm a part of this. So
a part of this is all you, Shane. Take some more credit.
So let's go back over to the thing and see if this will be a bit of a disappointment if no one's pledged while we've been talking, but let's go there and have a look. They have been, yes.
Hey.
5 pledges since we started talking.
Hey, that's fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Good
much,
work, everyone.
to those watching who've kicked in and helped us start along on this amazing journey that we've all undertaken.
It's a great way to get a cross section of Australian comic creators at the moment. So many different styles and genres. It's almost like a sample pack of greatness.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
I should write that down. That's a good line.
You can quote him.
Yep. Good thing this is recorded. Excellent. I can go back to this. Cool. So, is there anyone who are watching in the comments? Ask us questions if you want to. Is there anything about the Kickstarter you'd like to know more of? Is there anything about the comics you'd like to know more of? Is there anything about the artists you want to know more of? Don't be shy. Doesn't have to be about the Kickstarter, even though this is the Kickstarter launch party. It can just be about the comics themselves.
Yeah,
so everyone I know there's a delay, so I could have said that and it'll be like a minute before they hear it, and then it'll be a minute before it goes on my screen.
Okay.
You guys. Chicken, come on, ask us some questions.
Yeah. Well, what do you want to? I've got some original art here. You want to have a look at a page of original art?
Yeah, sure, Dave.
A page from where's
from Impulse.
From Impulse, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Sick.
Look at those shadows.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Very nice.
Awesome.
Give you a bit of an idea what goes on in the story.
Yep. We've just had Tony comment because he couldn't actually be on the live stream with us today.
Hey, Tony.
G'day, Tony.
And he's right. We are at 10% already, over 10%.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's not a bad start. In the first hour, we've got over 10%. So that's pretty cool.
That's fantastic.
Here's another page.
Don't give away too much of the story, Dave. Oh, that's the one we actually have on the page previewing for
Yeah,
people.
I thought I could show that one because it's already splashed up. You can see he gets pretty desperate towards in there. It's midway through the story.
Oh, wow.
A bit goes on after that, but he's quite desperate. You can see he's run into the toilet cubicle, and it's a filthy, dirty-looking cubicle. But he's so desperate to wash his hands, he's just shoved them straight in that toilet. I don't know if that's the devil's toilet or not, but yeah.
Here you go, Shane.
So that's only halfway through. Those bits, there's a lot more action goes on after that.
Cool.
Yeah.
And we've got
Beautiful.
Zach's
That's
here
beautiful.
from Vivian.
Yeah, that's
There's
fantastic
Vivian
work.
Jones himself with his little pipe.
Yeah.
I believe we need to apologise to, is it Harold? I never had to deal with him, so.
Zach.
Happy Harold, the puppet that taught you about drugs in a shady caravan. Van.
Zach,
School.
Zach, is that
Yes.
hand lettering you've written in running writing?
No, that's my mother's handwriting.
Yeah, I tried to do it.
That's smart. Yeah.
It's very nice, very neat. And I was going to
Yeah,
have a
it's my
go at you
mother's.
saying, you said you couldn't do the handwriting.
No. It's my mother's handwriting, and Vivian is her father's name. So
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Family connections.
lots of little family bits and pieces through my comics.
No, it's good to have all that support to help you out, mate.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's an apology to Happy Harold in every issue, I promise.
Who did you say Happy Harold was? A drug-taking giraffe?
It's part of the
That's what I call it, yeah.
it's part of the education system. It's really a puppet, and it's they come to the school and they teach you nutrition, how your body works a little bit, and don't do drugs, essentially.
Right. Not drug-taking.
Because it's a
anti-drug.
puppet, little kids respond to it.
Yeah.
And he's a giraffe.
Well, but just develop a program of puppet,
Smoke.
though.
I liked Harold, and now he's called Healthy Harold, so my childhood's a bit ruined.
Yeah,
But
Instead of happy.
the having
I
like
smoking-
it's happy because it's healthy. But yeah,
Mm.
so as a
Puff
bit of a
on it.
running joke, there'll be an apology in every issue.
Because he's puffing
I had
on
some
that
rough
chimney.
thumbnails.
On that chimney.
Mm.
Yeah,
for the first
I'm
part
gonna
of
give
my
it-
second story.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to go totally off topic here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go, Ed, that's not
Yeah.
usually in the background. What is that? Is that
Oh,
the Beast Wars?
No,
or
this
something
is
like
a,
that?
it's a Generation 1 Predaking. So it's like
Predaking.
five different guys.
Nice.
It's a bull and a rhino.
that's
I don't know
cool.
what that is, a bird. There's a lion and a jaguar or something.
Oh, yeah, cool.
It's
What
a
do you-
big
Sorry
boy.
about that. I had to see what that was. I knew it was a Transformer, so I had to see what Transformer.
Transformers, is it? All right. Okay. Yeah. What,
And we haven't had a single question about the globe, so I had to do something there for Ed. So
done well.
I moved them. I had to move them back today to make more walking space through that bit. You can see the
Oh,
carpet there.
Oh, yep.
You wouldn't want to kick one of those globes, mate. You might be out in the doghouse for a week if you break it.
Cool.
I've got some.
Oh, we just got another backup.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
that's good.
Wow.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great.
I got some
Fantastic.
very rough sort of thumbnail stuff from the first panel for my second story.
Yeah, right.
Oh, cool.
Put it up,
I had
mate.
You want to share it or?
Yeah, I had to do them sort of in between customers at work. So
Ah,
there's Dementus
oh,
making a
yeah.
dive,
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
right.
and there's Zero making a they're diving for the donut.
Ah, dive for the
Sneak peek.
sneak
Well-
peek into issue 2. Make issue 2 happen, people. Pledge on issue 1.
That image you did that Morgan put into the video, the image of the inside the cafe or
Oh,
whatever it
yeah.
is, the bar,
Yep.
that's fantastic bit of artwork you've done there, mate. And then the donut it almost looks real, like it almost eat that.
That's what I want. As you used to see in 90s cartoons a lot, occasionally they'd cut away to like a real extreme, gross close-up that was really like far more real. I wanted to do stuff like that.
Yeah,
like Ren and Stimpy.
And that's the best page layout I've ever done in any comic. That's the one I'm really happy with.
Yeah,
It's really neat, and I got a reference to the creation of man in there when they're both reaching for the donut.
Yeah, Adam and God.
Yeah, because I thought,
good on you, Gary.
Doing that. Oh, another backer. Look at that.
Thanks,
Another
Gary.
backer. Thanks, Gary.
Very much appreciated.
Much appreciated.
I've got a screen share thing.
Yeah, I saw that. I was just waiting. So
this is the first page of part 2.
Oh, nice.
So it starts off, and then there's a new character coming in.
Yeah.
He's rocking the socks and sandals.
Nice.
Nice.
I love that.
Oh, yeah, that last panel. Gee, that's a ripper. That dramatic with that dark silhouette
Cool.
or half silhouette type thing. Yeah, beautiful. Really
Thank
coming
you.
on.
Very
mate.
nice, Ed. Very nice.
Yeah.
And you do live shows is it Tuesday and Thursday where you go through this and Radical?
Yeah. I'll be doing one tonight as well. At
One
9,
tonight, yep.
in about
Oh, that's right. I'll be
3
there.
hours. Yeah. You can talk more about the Kickstarter.
Awesome.
Right. I like, just goes up a bit, Shane. Who's steering it?
Who's steering it is Ed.
Ed. And zoom in on that panel with the, I like to stick floorboards and that in when I can, because it really helps you give the dimension and the perspective on you when you're inside. If you can put some floorboards in there, and it really gives you that depth, and look what it's got there. He's done that really well. That's really
awesome.
good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's
It's only
basically
if you get one floorboard off.
like a
In my experience, everything. Not that you've done that, Ed. Yours looks amazing, but I do that constantly.
But what you do, Pete, is you hide it behind a flame or a rock or something.
That's it. Tricks of the trade. You're learning all sorts.
That's great. It's a good page, mate.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Mm-mm.
So
is that what you'll be colouring tonight, Ed?
Pardon?
Is that what you'll be colouring tonight?
No, I'm drawing the cover.
Oh, sick.
I'll be inking.
Oh,
it.
no
I'll give
way.
The pencils, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, right. Are you for the story you've done in that video that Morgan put up, Ed? The colouring you've done looks very retro.
Yeah, it's like I scanned an old comic book, so it's got all the dots in it.
Yeah.
I use that to do the colouring.
Yeah, right. Yeah, look really good. I like that.
Bring up I'll try and get one quick.
It's funny, isn't it? The old style comic that we used to we used to read the old stuff, and they had
I
all
really love how Ed's done that.
the dots, all that,
good.
and
So if you bring up the thing again, you can
screen tone and that, and they went right away from all that and went towards the colouring that was so rendered very finely. Now they're getting. I like this. I like to get back to this sort of stuff. I love it.
So that's the white of the page is.
Yeah,
It's
in between, making it
very
light.
dark.
I
Yeah.
like.
So that it desaturates all the ink that was put on the page when they did it, and I see the black's not fully black either because the old
that's
comics
awesome.
it was like it rubs off and stuff, and
Yeah,
you can see in there like see the dots and
yeah,
everything.
yeah. That's right.
That's mad.
And that's an effect you've done.
And no, what I did was I scanned an old comic that had the Marvel color guide in it, so it had a
right.
block of every color, and so I
Right.
put that into the computer, and then you can make it like a mask layer, and then just draw on that, and it colors in the thing with the same color.
That's really cool.
Right. Incredible.
And for anyone curious about Ed's Twitch channel, there it is. I've just put it on the bottom of the video there. Twitch TV, Ed Kearsley Art.
How do you say your last name, Ed? Kersley or Kearsley?
Kearsley.
Kearsley.
Oh, so I got it right.
Yeah. I was calling him Kersley. So Kearsley, right, as it's spelled.
Yeah, because it's got an ear in it, so you say Keir.
Yeah.
That's why I did it that way. Yeah.
Very clever.
Oh, Zach's gone silent mode.
Oh, no.
Well,
I'm still here.
still here?
Stealth mode.
Stealth mode, yes. So, thank you to everyone who's supported so far, and thank you to those who are going to watch this video later and support, because we all know you're going to support. And definitely. I'll just check we haven't got any new comments. No. And your support is really appreciated, but just realize it's not just about support. You are getting some great comics, some great content, some great art, some great stories from these guys and the guys who couldn't be here. In these anthologies, they're not a one-off thing. This is not a one-off project. This is an ongoing Australian series. So please support this so we can get the ball rolling, so we can get more people's art out there, more people's creations, more people's stories from Australia out there into the world. And just come enjoy some great stories from these people. That's what it's all about, really, at the end of the day, is reading some great comics from some great Australian creators.
Yep.
So,
good quality stuff to me, what I've seen.
It's all awesome. Thanks, Rob.
Oh, so you didn't have to go, Rob.
No, you didn't have to go.
We've got time to comment.
You had to go watch the
You
video.
might be in the car.
Well, thanks for coming along, guys, for this. I won't stretch this out too much. It's just a launch party, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah.
There'll be more of these. I'm going to be on Ed's Twitch tonight to talk about it a little bit more, and also to watch Ed create the cover, it sounds like, of the next issue.
Awesome.
So that's pretty cool.
What time's it?
9.
9.
Sweet.
Okay.
9
So
o'clock.
3 hours from now.
Yep. So
I'm gonna go.
thank you everyone who watched. Thank you everyone who supported so far. Thank you for everyone who's going to support after this. I will be hammering social media, so you will get sick of me very soon, if you're not already. So thank you very much, guys, for coming and helping me out.
No worries.
And
No worries.
thank you to everyone who watched.
Thank you, the
Have
backers.
a great night, y'all. Yes, thank
thanks
you
for
to all the
backing
backers as
everyone.
well.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you
good
very
luck, guys.
much. Cool. Thanks, guys.
Catch
See
you
ya.
later.
Bye.
Bye.